What is up, guys? It's Brandon here, and today I want to do a sort of review of living with the Bell & Ross BR-X5 for about a little over 6 months now. Now, the reason why I got the Bell & Ross BR-X5 was because, let's face it, no one can really get Rolexes nowadays unless you've, have a really good relationship with an AD. You want to spend more, than they're worth on the gray market, etc. So I didn't want to do that, but I also wanted to get a watch that was unique, right? And if we look at this watch as a butterfly clasp that opens, it's a pretty unique watch. Let me see if I can get that focused. There we go. It almost gives off AP vibes, dare I say. And it just is a very striking piece to me. Of course, on a rubber strap here, and I have other videos where I go into the nitty-gritty details of the movement inside, what's actually powering this piece. But all in all, it's just a very cool looking timepiece, in my opinion. So, living with it for over 6 months. So, I have about a 6.7 inch wrist, and you can tell it's pretty hefty, right, in terms of bulk on the actual wrist, on my wrist in general. So you definitely do feel the weight, right, of the watch. It's a little bit top heavy. Of course, the band is very light. It is a rubber strap, but the piece itself is a bit heavy, but you get used to it, as with most things, after a while. Some other things I guess I could talk about: the polished face of some of the components, like right here, on the actual edges, and then of course on, really on the edges itself, can get scratched up. I really kind of baby my watches, so I haven't really seen that. But I assume since it's kind of a mirrored finish, it could get scratched a bit. Other than that, it's kept absolutely perfect time. And of course, this has a 72-hour power reserve, so you can kind of, set it down for almost 3 days and pick it back up without having to, manually wind it or anything like that. But I really haven't, noticed or been bothered by the watch in terms of its power reserve. I will say that this watch definitely does get a decent amount of looks. People aren't really quite sure what it is, and so it is kind of like a conversation piece where you can kind of strike up a conversation with anyone who's into watches, because it's shiny enough. Because I don't know if you can see that, I think you can see the reflection here. When you turn your wrist like that, it kind of hits you in the face with some reflection. So from across the room, you're doing your thing, people are going to definitely see the watch. One of the reasons why I wanted to get a rubber strap instead of a traditional metal strap was because I'm at my desk a lot, right? So when I actually put my hand down, I can type on my computer, and it's not a big deal. I'm not scratching my desk, and I'm not scratching my watch in the process. In terms of like the comfort and breathability of the watch, you can see here that it has perforated components to the actual band. So that's great for if it's like a hot day and you're sweating, or just kind of your body heat throughout the day. It sort of gets ventilated through the strap right here, which is a nice thing to have. So the watch in general has been a great piece. This is my first piece that I've ever bought in terms of a luxury watch that's a little bit higher end. The market for these really, I think, is doing well. I was able to pick this up at a dealer for around $5,700. Now, I know that these retail for $7,000, so I was able to get that obviously below retail, and I think prices are hovering just at around $6,300. So I'm still up on the watch, I'm still enjoying it, and really at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Now, a question I get from time to time is, would I trade this in for, say, a Rolex if I got a call from an authorized dealer? I really want a Yachtmaster Rolex, but would I trade this in? I'd have to really kind of think about it, just because, you know, this watch just kind of has like a sentimental value. It's my first luxury watch, my first introduction into the watch or high-end watch market. And I kind of, part of me wants to keep my very first watch, right? And yeah, I can trade other watches, you know, when the time comes down the road, but I don't think I would actually get rid of this watch, just because it's my first watch that introduced me to essentially the watch world. So if you guys have any questions on the Bell & Ross BRX5, just drop a comment down below. I'll do the best I can to get back to you and answer any questions about this watch to see if it's a great fit for you. Well, until next time, I'll see you in the next video.